Hi everyone, if you're watching this video, chances are you're trying to decide what Cricut machine you should get, or if you should upgrade, or maybe get a smaller one. I'm going to compare the Cricut Joy, which is Cricut's latest machine, with the Cricut Explore Air 2 and the Cricut Maker. All of these are wonderful machines, and I don't think you could go wrong either way. However, they are suited better for different people, so hopefully this video will help you decide which one's best for you. Alright, let's start with the Cricut Joy. This is the newest machine and I love it. I've only had it for a few days now, but I think it's quickly becoming my favorite one and it's going to be used a lot in our house. I'm a big fan of simple, easy projects, especially ones that I can do with my kids. So this is a great machine if you're a beginner, if you're doing a lot of more simple projects. The next up is going to be the Cricut Explore Air 2. This is this one has been out for several years. It's a great machine for a wide variety of projects and materials. It can cut more than the Cricut Joy, and it can cut kind of thicker materials and just a wide variety of different items. And so it's a great machine for pretty much anyone. Finally, the Cricut Maker. This is a pro level machine and it can do a lot. It can cut so many materials, a lot thicker than the Explorer 2 or the Cricut Joy, and it just has a lot more versatility. Because of the adaptive tool system, they can release more tools and materials, and they keep doing that. They have a lot of different tools that you can use. So now I'm going to kind of compare them and let you know some different things. So we're going to start with how many tools each of these have. The Cricut Joy has one blade, which is the fine point blade. You can't use other blades from these machines with it, but there's just one, and it's just a drop in. You don't have to wait for it to click or anything like that. It's a really easy to use machine. They also have pens. These are small pens and they're specifically designed to work with the Joy. There's only two tools that you can use with it, so it's a very simple machine. Next is the Explore Air 2. There's 4 different tools that you can use with it. So there's the deep cut blade, there's the fine point blade, there's pens, and there's the scoring stylus. So there's a little bit more, you can cut things a little bit thicker with this one, and you can do a little bit more with scoring and whatnot. You can't really score with the Cricut Joy. Finally, the Cricut Maker. The Cricut Maker has over 12 tools. So there's just so many different things you can do with it. It has the rotary blade, it has the knife blade. It can use the blades from the Cricut Explorer 2. It has also as a scoring blade and all sorts of things you can do with paper. And I have a feeling that they will probably have more and more things coming out with it. So this is definitely a pro level machine. It comes at a pro level price. But if you are a serious crafter who wants to go beyond just cutting paper and vinyl, you may want to consider getting this. Now we'll talk about how many different materials you can use with these. The Cricut Joy has about 50 materials that you can use easily with it. When they designed it, they wanted to make it so it was compatible with some of the top 50 materials that people use with their Cricuts. So it can cut a lot of different materials and draw on a lot of different things. I would say the biggest things for this are labels, cards, like cardstock, and vinyl. So the Cricut Explorer 2 has over 100 materials. So things that are just a little bit easier to cut with it, that are a little thicker, or just a little bit wider, because this is a more narrow machine. And of course, the Cricut Maker is going to have over 300 materials. So it can cut real thick, like it can cut balsa wood, it can cut through leather really easily, fabric, everything like that. One thing I wanted to mention is that this one is great if you like to sew, because it makes it so easy to cut material without having to put an adhesive backing on the material. You can cut some fabric with the Explorer 2, but it's just so much easier with the rotary blade and with the Maker. So that's one thing I like to point out, is if you are a sewer, this may be one that you want to look into. The max material width. The max for this is 5.5 inches. The max for these two are both 12 inches, so the width. For the length, though, with the Cricut Joy, it can cut a longer length than any of the other machines, so up to 20 feet of material, which is really cool. It is limited since it's only 5.5 inches across, but it can do a lot longer projects. Both of these are just 24 inches is the max that you can cut. So they have a couple different mats. So they have the 12 by 12 mats and the 12 by 24 mats. And so you can work with materials about that size. All of these are compatible with Design Space, so you can use them with the Design Space app on your computer or on your phone or your tablet. So that makes it really easy to design your projects and just get started. These two machines can be connected via USB port or with Bluetooth. This one is only Bluetooth, so if you don't have access to Bluetooth, you might not want to get the Cricut Joy. Now for the price. The Cricut Joy is $179.99. The Cricut Explore Air 2 is $249.99. And the Cricut Maker is $399.99. Often you can find these two on sale. I haven't seen any sales on this just because it's brand new, but that's just something to keep in mind, is that this one definitely is a big step up in price. But when it comes to price, I'm a big believer in buying the machine that you are going to use the most. If you think you're going to end up wanting to be a pro level crafter, then the Cricut Maker might be one that you want to save up for. However, if you're just wanting to do simple projects, either of these is going to be great. And I think you just have to decide if you want to do long projects and kind of like the smaller width, or if you want to do things that are kind of 12 by 24, which is still large, but obviously not as large as 20 feet. But this is going to cut more materials. So if you think you will want to go beyond, you know, iron-on and vinyl labels and cards and simple paper projects, the Cricut Maker or the Cricut Explorer 2 might be a better option. However, if you want something that you can carry around and just do the basics with, the Cricut Joy is going to be an awesome choice for you. Again, the Cricut Maker is a beast. It can cut so many materials. It can really increase your productivity. It cuts fast. Both of these cut really fast. But you just have to decide if you're going to look at all the materials and see if there are things you're going to cut with. If you're never going to cut with wood or leather, then you probably don't want to get this. Or if you don't cut with fabric at all. But if you cut with fabric, or you are a professional, you sell products to people for a living, this might be something that you could consider getting or saving up for. If you're feeling overwhelmed, I totally understand. When I first got my Cricut, I didn't even open it for a couple months because I was so overwhelmed by all the options for it. And that was the original Cricut Explore Air, not even the Explore Air 2. Now I have all of these and I love using them for different things. I think that the Cricut Joy is a great starter machine. It's great for children, for adults that are, you know, just starting out with crafting, or just anyone that wants something portable. I'm going to be using this all the time. When it comes down to it, you just have to decide what you're going to use this machine for. So I hope that was helpful. Be sure to let us know if you have any questions. You can buy these at the links in our bio, and we also have a post on our blog that goes a little bit more in depth about the pros and cons of both and of all three of these machines and which one you should buy. So let us know if you have any questions, and be sure to subscribe because we do lots of tutorials for all of these machines.